Recession nor a major war to run against Democrats sought instead to cast the election in starkly moral terms. Yet by Election Day, the charge that Mr. Trump is morally or intellectually unfit for office had been made so often that it had lost most of its former edge among swing voters. So what is the likelihood that those predictions will become a reality? Joining us right now is founder and executive director of Turning Point USA, Mr. Charlie Kirk.
Good morning.
Okay, so what is going on in the pages of the New York Times saying Trump wins?
I actually agree with the New York Times here. And look, it's a pretty obvious prediction if you look at the trajectory both parties are on. You see the Republican Party, which has rightfully become the party of Donald Trump, which is about results, middle America, energy independence, and jobs. You look at the Democrat Party, they're becoming the party of Karl Marx. It's, what are the most radical socialist ideas that we can possibly embrace? And I think Brett hits the nail on the head here. Over a long period of time, people will dismiss a lot of this nonsensical media chatter and say, my life is better than it was before Donald Trump was president, and things are improving.
Well, just like once upon a time, it was all about, it's the economy, stupid. When you look at the message the Republicans are going to have, you've got a couple thousand extra dollars in everybody's pocket, whereas the Democrats' message is, we want to keep those couple $1,000 in the coffers at the U.S. federal Treasury.
So the Democrats' message is, let's make government bigger, let's take more of your money away, and somehow there's something wrong with the direction that this country's heading. Record energy independence, really relative world peace, the economy's stronger than it's ever been, and also President Trump has restored the idea of America. It's like this, it's the restoration of the American spirit, and so you have seen the Democrats have such pathological opposition to Donald Trump, they're opposing the idea of America as well, which is losing middle America.
One of the things that the mainstream media didn't seem to get, and it's taken them a little while to latch onto, is he's a disruptor. And he's working things the way nobody's ever worked them before, and it's driving them nuts.
He's breaking all the conventional rules. I mean, how would you ever see a president before go to a state like Minnesota, northern Minnesota, and talk about...
Why bother?
Well, yeah, exactly. Minnesota doesn't matter, and he has thousands, tens of thousands of people show up for him. He is redoing the traditional Republican playbook and the D.C. playbook, and he's succeeding. He comes from a business mindset. He comes from a business background, and these D.C. lobbyists, people that have been there for 30, 40 years, they're still not sure how to handle him, and that's why he's going to convincingly win re-election.
The interesting thing about the op-ed in the New York Times was who they predicted his opponent would be, and it was Elizabeth Warren.
With Sherrod Brown, interestingly enough. Which,
well, you cover Ohio that way.
Right. Interestingly, I can agree. I can see that's the direction the Democrat Party's going. They consider Elizabeth Warren to be a moderate pick now between, the more very, very far left-wing Bernie Sanders and the more kind of moderate Democrats. They think that Elizabeth Warren is a more moderated, way to bring the party together. And I think Brett's prediction would be accurate there. But that just goes to show how out of touch the Democrat Party has become with middle America.
So are you saying that the New York Times got something right with this prediction?
Well, I would like to think so. There's a lot of work left to do. We still have the midterms ahead of us, and the president's going to continue to win. And look, in a couple years from now, we're going to be able to even list off more accomplishments than what we talked about today, because the president's is about results, and America's in a much better place today than it was if Hillary Clinton would have been elected.
So let me get this straight. You're not tired of winning?
I'm not sick of winning. That's the only thing I disagree with the president on, is I'm not sick of winning yet.
All right, great. Charlie Kirk, thank you very much. All right.